The NRM caucus today attempted to find a consensus after an ad hoc House Energy Committee recommended the termination of the Umeme contract.
As a caucus, have agreed that government should set up a committee to identify those areas that are not good for the people of Uganda and sit down with Umeme to renegotiate the contract as we move forward.
In the meeting that took place at the Prime Minister's office, the Attorney General Peter Nyombi said the termination of Umeme's contract, which runs up to 2025, portends trouble. Prime Minister Amama Mbabazi, who presented the position of government, said government would lose over 90 billion shillings if Umeme's contract is terminated.
We think that probably going through the rigorous process of litigation, we could rather take a shortcut and call them on the table and renegotiate in the best interest of the people of Uganda.
The ad hoc committee report indicted the country's sole power distributor of exaggerating its investment in the sector and failing to reduce power losses. The committee also faulted government technocrats for drawing a contract which was scaled to favor Umeme.
These were the people who led the negotiations, and as we all know, these agreements were done in bad faith. They were one-sided, just favoring the investors, not the Ugandans. So we must find people culpable for their actions.
Agreed that the committee did a wonderful job. They identified the issues that should have been addressed at the time of signing the contract. The contract had some holes which must be fixed. The circumstances under which we signed the contract have changed. For example, we signed a contract when we didn't have Karuma, when we didn't have, not think about Ayago. We are now thinking about these issues.
But a section of their colleagues insists the contract should be terminated.
No, for us who have remained in that group, we shall remain to pursue our goals. We want to see a reduced power tariff rate. We want to remove within the power tariff. We want to see all those ingredients that are lead to the high cost of the power tariff removed. And if it cannot be removed, then we are going for the issue of total termination of the contract.
Who are put on negotiating table, and now they go around lobbying, for wrong contracts. We must just terminate that agreement. It was entered into fraudulently because the people who negotiated were actually part and parcel of the other party we are negotiating with.
We will see the pros and cons of this agreement on the floor of Parliament, because there is a lot to be desired in as far as the contract is concerned and the performance, because the good practices of these companies, of the shareholders of Umeme from their home countries, are not being practiced here. They are doing the opposite.
The NRM party position will be debated by the entire House, and if it sails through, the Prime Minister will give a green light to the special committee to review the contract, which will give Ugandans a favorable position. Agness Nandutu, NTV Parliament.